just say we're fixing it.
Oh, we're live. Hello. We are experiencing a brief technical issue.
They can just hear you. Right
They
now.
can just hear me. I'm
So
still
it's a
going to look
radio
directly at the camera.
It's a radio show.
Coming to you live from studios at 109.4 The Chair. We're fixing an issue with our camera. We don't think it was plugged in. Hopefully, this will work.
There we go.
Can you see me
Hold
now?
on.
Hmm?
Now you can.
Ah, now you
Gotta
can see me.
Focus.
He's going to focus on me.
There you go.
Hello there.
As you can
Hello.
tell, it's going very well.
As you can tell, the reason that for the delay is that we were having some technical issues, all of which I did not understand. Chardy was providing by-the-minute updates to you over text, and Tom was fixing all the issues, and I was sitting here scrolling through Twitter, so we all acted equally in fixing the problems. Welcome to Fast Facts Live, everyone. I am your host, your quiz master of ceremonies, Dan O'Keefe. Joining me, the producer, the one who makes the show run, is Tom. I'm going to ask you I would ask you how you're doing, but based on just the sigh that you gave, I'm going to say that
All right.
he's doing.
So this is the 9th show we've done.
Mhm.
We've had, I would say, 3 perfect shows. of
Technical-wise.
this. We had the first one, the AP, and and not last week, but the week before.
Yes.
Every issue we've run into has been completely different. Tonight's issue was this laptop going to this computer had video but not audio. So I ripped out an aux cord, and now we're running audio through an aux cord.
Oh. Well, if I sound different, it's the aux cord.
You should sound fine.
Ah, fine.
Should.
I should sound fine. Also keeping track of scoring is Chardy, as always, with their beak and talon, because they are a Lovecraftian horror. And also joining us in the studio is Chardy's family. We would show you, but we don't have a cameraman, so we can't turn the camera. And you, too, can be in our studio audience. All you have to do is be a member of our immediate family. So, marry us. Should we tell them how to play the game, Tom?
Yeah.
Let's tell them how to play
working.
the game.
Okay.
Okay, 5 rounds, 5 questions each. You have 30 seconds to answer each question. You send in all your answers at the end of each round. If you want to do a double or nothing, you can. What that is, if you think you got all 5 questions right in that category, say double or nothing when you send in all your answers. Bada bing, bada boom. If you get it right, 10 points or whatever. If you get it wrong, 0 points. So, bet on yourself. Bet on it, like Corbin Blue says in the movie Jump In. Also, we have a Hail Mary question at the end. That is worth half of your score. If you get it right, say you had 10 points, get it right, now you have 15. If you get it wrong, you still have 10 points. Just a fun way to make the game a little more fun, a little more funky, and a little more fabulous. Speaking of fabulous, I'm in my beach wear today. You can't see, but I'm still wearing Crocs. I'm wearing a shirt that makes me feel like I'm lounging on a yacht, and I'm wearing a hat because Chardy told me that my hair looked bad.
Dan, I think we made a record.
What?
We've been live for 8 minutes, and we already have to issue a correction.
We do?
Because you just said that Bet on It was from Jump In when it's from High School Musical 2.
Did I say bet on it?
Yeah, and you said Corbin Blue.
I was thinking of the song Push It to the Limit.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
You said Bet on It. So you got the artist wrong, and you got the Disney Channel original movie wrong.
Okay, Tom's issuing a correction. I stand by what I said. Anyways, I think we're ready to get into
Yeah,
the
let's
round. We're not going to do a reading of the names because I don't have the iPad with me and we didn't set it up. But anyways, first round, states. Yes, that's right, states. First question, what U.S. state has the 7th largest GDP in the world? You have 30 seconds. Try your best. Hey, we're back. Sorry. If you can hear me, clap your hands. Now your family's wondering why you're clapping your hands. We're going to move on to question number 2. There are 4 natural states of matter. Aside from solid, liquid, and gas, what is the other state? 30 seconds. Hey now, that question's over. Question number 3. What is the name of the customary speech given by the governors to their respective legislative bodies once a year? And I love my legislative body. I have to issue another correction. I don't love my legislative body. Question number 4. Somehow, in the year 2020, one state still has the Confederate flag as part of their state flag. What backwards ass state is it? And now on a softer note, question number 5. Thomas Jefferson was the first head of what federal executive department in the United States? You have 30 seconds, darling. And that is the end of round 1, our states category. Send in your answers now to Charty. Round 1, all 5 answers. You know the deal. If you think you got all 5 right and you want to do double or nothing, do it. I believe in you. But if you use it on this category, you can't use it again. Ever. In your life. At anything. Just kidding. You can use it next week. Are we good to move on to category number 2?
Sure.
Okay, category number 2. It's fun. Upset about that upset. It's slightly different.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Yes, I am not going to do anything in this category. We have a special guest here to deliver it. Why don't you show him who it is, Tom?
All right. Let me see if I can get this right.
Let's hope.
Okay.
Hello. You may not know me, but my name is Alex Langosh. My friends at Fast Facts Live, Dan and Tom, and Lovecraftian Horror, Charty, allowed me to create my own category this week. So without further ado, let me present you Upset About That Upset. Questions that deal with Oscar and Grammy winners that no one saw coming. Hello. In 2006, this Best Picture winner beat out Brokeback Mountain, much to the surprise of presenter Jack Nicholson. In 1993, she won Best Supporting Actress for My Cousin Vinny, which led many to believe that it was a mistake. Oh! In 1889, Kevin Kline, who ironically voices Mr. Fischoeder on Bob's Burgers, won Best Supporting Actor for this comedy, co-starring Jamie Lee Curtis and John Cleese. In 2014, Taylor Swift almost won Album of the Year for her album Red, but in reality, it went to Random Access Memories, made by these robotic musicians. You said it. In 2015, this artist wasn't a loser when he won Album of the Year, beating out Beyonce, much to Kanye West's chagrin. Back to you, Dan.
That segment was for the hard of hearing crowd because we're told it was very loud.
Well, it was also loud because I boosted the volume a little bit because Alex, it wasn't professionally mic'd. So, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you to Alex Langosh and I assume his roommate Anthony Zuko for sending in that category. He'll be back in a little bit when we give the answers, but before we do that, we're going to go to a break so Tom can quell the heart attack that is welling up in his chest. Chardy can track all your scores, and I can go back to scrolling through Twitter, baby. We'll be right back.
You're up.
I'm up. I'm ready. I'm back.
I don't
We're
even care
back.
if people say go or action. Just the fact that there's video and audio on screen is a miracle at the moment.
Perfect. Anyways, welcome back to Fast Facts Live. The reason that I said I'm up is because Tom said you're up, and I'm a parrot, but I repeat everything in the first person. Before we go on to round 3 and round 4, we're going to give you the answers for round 1 and round 2. So first up, round 1 answers. States! What state has the 7th largest GDP in the world? That's right, it's bigger than most countries. It's California. It knows how to party. Question number 2. There are 4 natural states of matter. Aside from solid, liquid, and gas, what is the other state? Depression. No! Plasma. You can get a plasma transfusion. You can't get a depression transfusion. Not yet. Question number 3. What is the name of the customary speech given by governors to their respective legislative bodies once a year? Is it governors or governors?
Governors.
Governors.
As quickly as you can.
Governors.
Yeah.
Governors. Anyways, the state of the state, gonna double up on that state for this one. Question number 4. Somehow in 2020, one state still has the Confederate flag as part of their state flag. They're terrible. It's Mississippi. MISSISS. Get out of here now.
I love that we lost all viewership in Mississippi.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Mississippi viewers. You are a big contingent of our fan base. Question number 5. Thomas Jefferson was the first head of what federal executive department in the United States? We did not ask for what his job title was. We asked for what the department was. It's the State Department. He was the Secretary of State, but he was not the Secretary of State as the name of the department. It was the State Department. So if you sent in Secretary of State, you're the Secretary of Incorrect. Category number 2. Alex sent in answers, didn't he?
Yeah, I'm going to need that keyboard from you.
Ah. Chardy is raising their hand. Oh, you want us to speed up? No. You want us to slow down. You want to explain? I don't know. Okay. I'm going to hand Tom the keyboard so he can control the answer category. I gotta go back on Twitter while this goes on, so.
Hi, good to see you again. Here are the answers for Upset by That Upset. Answer 1 was Crash. Who would have thought that would have won? Answer 2 was Marissa Tomei. She actually did win. They said that it wasn't a fluke or anything, so I mean, she's pretty good. I don't know if she was the best, but good job, Marissa. Answer 3 is A Fish Called Wanda. That's also a good movie. He does a good job in that too. So, yay! Answer 4 is Daft Punk, who also did the original soundtrack for Tron Legacy. Good job, guys. And question 5's answer was Beck. I like the album. Back to you again, Dan.
Sorry, I was reading a tweet. I also can't control to move on.
Hey,
Tom.
Dan,
Hey, what?
move the mic closer
What?
to your face.
Move it where? Farther
Not
away? I'm going to yell. I was reading a tweet. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I got the keyboard back in case you were worried. I know you all were. I was reading a tweet that had Squidward looking through the shutters of his house, seeing Patrick and SpongeBob run, frolicking in the wind, and it was captioned movie runtimes. Squidward was 120 minutes, while SpongeBob was less than 90 minutes, and Patrick was more than 3 hours. You know, memes are funnier when you view them, not when I personally explain them to you. We're going to move on to category number 3 here. Good artists copy, great artists steal. Obviously, I'm not that good of an artist because that wasn't great. I did steal it, though. There's been a robbery. Or, if this was a game of Clue, there's been a murder. Question number 1. Vince Vaughn, America's third favorite Vince, starred in the 1998 line-for-line remake of what Alfred Hitchcock classic? 30 seconds. Welcome back to the Department of Corrections. We have to issue another one. We said thank you to Alex Langosh and Anthony Zuko. Anthony Zuko had no part in filming. He did nothing. We retract our thanks and give it to Harry. We don't know his last name, so we're going to say that it's and the Hendersons. Question number 2. In 1911, Vincenzo Perugia, Italia's third favorite Vince, stole what famous work of art from the Louvre? Anyways, we spent that entire time talking about Vinces, and we should have made this category all about Vinces and named it Invincible. I'll rank my favorite Vinces when we get to the answers. Question number 3. George Harrison was found guilty of subconsciously copying the song He's So Fine when he wrote what somewhat holy song? 30 seconds. Moving on to question number 4 here. Sinead O'Connor became famous with her version of the song Nothing Compares to You. It's like when you etch a U into stone. Originally by what virtuoso artist? 30 seconds. And question number 5. You gonna do it? I've been pressing. Swiping. There we go. What a fun time this is.
I want to see it do like 6 times ahead.
In 1990, thieves stole The Storm on the Sea, the only seascape from which Dutch painter known for The Night Watch, whose name also inspired the band behind the Friends theme song. We gave a lot of context. You have 30 seconds. That is the end of round 3.
Get the check.
You know, 3 starts with an F now. Send in your answers to Charty. If you want to do double or nothing, do it. If you don't want to, don't. If you've used it already, don't. If you haven't used it already, do it.
If you want.
If you want. I think I've exhausted every option there. Oh my God. It's not like Schrodinger's double or nothing. Anyways.
Did you see that Twitter meme the other day?
I didn't.
Where it said, box, meow, Schrodinger. Ignore that.
Great artists steal. We're going to move on to category number 4. This one is a visual round. That doesn't mean that you won't hear my voice, though, because I love attention. Did you get enough about states? No? Great. Now it's time to say the name of the states based off their shape. Do you love outlines, Tom?
These aren't outlines, they're filled in.
Oh.
But it's just the state. There's nothing around it.
If it's a filled-in outline, it's called an inline. Anyway, state number 1. Who's this sexy little state? Bet you loved that one. Let's move on to another one. Oh, this baby boy, what is it? Ah, that one was a good one, right? I hope I was out of frame while I was leaning down to get the keyboard. Darn it. Anyways, time to move on to number 3. Number 3. Here we go. Here comes Honey Boo Boo. 30 seconds. Slow it down a little bit. Question number 4. This one's for all the lovers out there. You have 30. That wasn't a hint. You have 30 seconds. Our legal department has informed me that I should stop sexualizing these states and instead introduce them like I'm a news moderator. So, state number 5. Chardy thinks that this is not the state that it is.
Oh my
It could be
God.
one of many other states. Chardy went to a school that didn't teach geography. Instead, they taught bird catching. That's the end of round 4 of Fast
So
Facts
funny 'cause
Live.
it's accurate.
We'll be back in a little bit with the answers to round 3 and round 4 and round 5. And our Hail Mary question had to do 2 arm waves because I couldn't remember the words Hail Mary. If you want to send in your double or nothing, do it if you haven't used it already. If you don't, again, I strongly urge you not to. We'll be back in a little bit. Stay right where you are, otherwise I will know. Hey, we're live. You can tell that we're live. I'm going to give you an event that's happening in the world right now. You're watching Fast Facts Live.
Is that the only thing happening?
That's
right
the
now?
only thing happening in the world right now.
Huh.
I don't know. Anyways, let's go over the answers for the last 2 rounds. Round 3 was good artist copy, great artist steal, amazing artists don't exist. Question number 1, Vince Vaughn. I need to tell you my first 2 favorite Vinces. It goes Vincent D'Onofrio and then Vinny Chase from The Sopranos. Vince Vaughn starred in the 1998 line-for-line remake of what Alfred Hitchcock classic? We say that the Alfred Hitchcock version is a classic because the Gus Van Sant remake of it sucks. It's Psycho. Line for line, word for word. Bad. Question number 2. In 1911, Vincenzo Perugia. I'm also legally obliged to tell you my 3 favorite Italian Vinces. So it's Vincenzo Papa and Vincenzo Antipapa, which means Vincenzo Pope and Vincenzo Anti-Pope. He stole what famous work of art from the Louvre? The Mona Lisa. It was found under his bed. Question number 3. George Harrison was found guilty of subconsciously copying the song He's So Fine when he wrote what somewhat holy song? My Sweet Lord. Question number 4. Sinead O'Connor became famous with her version of the song Nothing Compares to You. You're very lucky that I'm not singing it right now because that's legally torture in most United Nations countries. Nothing Compares to You was originally by what virtuoso artist? Prince. And question number 5. In 1990, thieves stole the storm on the sea, the only seascape from which Dutch painter, known for the Night Watch, whose name also inspired the band behind the Friends theme song. Rembrandt. The band behind the Friends theme song is the Rembrandts. Creative, right? Round number 4 was state shapes. What's this one? I don't really have much else to say. It's South Dakota. What's this one? It's Georgia. What's this one? I think that this is the one that I gave the accidental clue for the question after. It's Virginia. I think that their license plate says Virginia is for lovers. This one is not for lovers. It's Vermont. Vermont is for breakups and divorces. And state number 5, Iowa, the only state in the United States without a U in the name. Don't check that. That's the end of those rounds. We're going to give a scoring update because we got the iPad ready. Time to hit refresh. And then rank. Here we go. We're going to give you the top 5 teams. Oh, boy. Well, we have a 3-way tie for 4th. So actually, we're going to give you the top 7 teams. 6? Top 6 teams. Tied in 4th are Drawing a Blank, Joe and the Ferbers, and not Charles Ingram. That we're not saying that Charles Ingram is not in the lead. We're saying that not Charles Ingram is a team name, and they are tied in 4th place. Tied in 2nd place are Quiz Cats and Roman J. Israel Esquire, the video game.
That'd be a weird video game.
I don't know what the movie's about. I assume he's a lawyer. I know he was nominated for an Oscar. I don't think anyone saw it.
He's an Esquire.
Sure, and in 1st place is Steak and Potatoes. But it's a close game. Anyone can win, including Dan O'Keefe II, who are in last. Unlike Dan O'Keefe I, who is not playing. Now it's time for round 5. I almost said Rand 5. Rand Paul. No, round 5 is our toss-up category, everyone's favorite category. A bunch of random, wild, wacky questions, and we always start off with a question like this. What's a group of camels called? 30 seconds. A group of camels is called damaging to your lungs. If you have a smoking problem, don't smoke. Isn't that the easy solution?
That's just easy. That's just as easy as it is.
Anyway, question number 2. In 2006, the Walt Disney Company traded which sportscaster in exchange for the rights for Oswald the Lucky Rabbit from NBC Universal? You have 30 seconds. Get this question right. It's time for question number 3. Which artist produced and was featured on Justin Timberlake's iconic Sexy Back? We mean the song, not his back. 30 seconds. I realize as we've gone on, I've gotten both more laid back and also more standoffish. So, I hate you, but it's cool. Anyways, question number, I don't hate you, please don't leave. Question number 4, what city is Alaska Airlines headquartered in? 30 seconds. We're only giving 1 point for this. If you send in the state with it, that's nice. No, I do have to apologize. I don't hate you. The only thing I hate is Mississippi. And question number 5. Mark McGuire, subject of a fairly incredibly biased 30 for 30 documentary from Sunday, became the World Series champion playing for what team? You have 30 seconds. Don't do steroids. And that is the end of our toss-up category, so put that baseball mitt down. We're throwing nothing else in the air. It's time for the Hail Mary.
What segment was that?
You know, I was thinking toss-up, having a catch with your dad.
Are you hinting at our hint?
Am I?
It was a baseball
Oh, I was, I
about
guess.
playing catch with your dad.
We already went through our hint. The hint was for Iowa, in case you saw our hint. Yeah, it's time to go to our Hail Mary question. This is worth 50% of your current score if you get it right. It's worth 0% if you get it wrong. So shoot your shot. Go for it, kid. I believe in you. Nothing compares to you. Anyways, the question is, due to its overseas collection of territories that are still their sovereign land, which European country is the only to currently hold territory on 6 of the 7 continents? You have 30 seconds. Give it your best shot. Go score a goal. And that was our Hail Mary question, which means that it's time for our third and final break That's right, it's like a regular half-hour sitcom, except we're about an hour long and not as funny. We'll be back in a little bit with the round 5 answers, the Hail Mary answers, maybe a tiebreaker question. If not, the winner of this week's edition of Fast... No, go back. Sorry, I hit the space bar.
It's not on.
Oh.
You're fine.
Well, now you get to see what it's like when I'm frazzled. We'll be back in a little bit. Don't go anywhere.
Bug? You're on.
And we're back here at Fast Facts Live. I was just thinking that it would be fun to have something like a countdown for how long we're going to be on break, but that would mean that we would have to know how long we're going to be on break.
It's the most fluid part of this show.
Or what we could do is like in the Royal Rumble in WWE, they say that there's a minute and a half between entrants, but they only show the last 10 seconds of the timer, and there's almost never a minute and a half between entrants. So we could give like a 10-second countdown when
Oh,
we're coming
yeah.
back from break.
I have a 30-second countdown made for other parts of this show, if you didn't notice.
I didn't. Anyways, let's go through the answers for round 5. Let's go through the answers for round 5.
Hold on.
Ah?
All right.
Ah. Toss up. Everyone's favorite category. What's a group of camels called? A caravan. What's one camel called? Joe Camel. Question number 2. In 2006, the Walt Disney Company traded which sportscaster in exchange for the rights to Oswald the Lucky Rabbit from Universal? Do you believe in miracles? Al Michaels. Look at him. He's watching you right now. Question number 3. Which artist produced and was featured on Justin Timberlake's iconic Sexy Back? Timbaland. He also produced Promiscuous featuring Nelly Furtado, which is a great song. I would sing it. Question number 4. What city is Alaska Airlines headquartered in? Did you say Anchorage? Did you really say Anchorage? It's Seattle, obviously. Seattle, Washington. I don't know why it's Alaska Airlines. And question number 5. Mark McGuire, that old juicer him, became a World Series champion playing for what team? The Oakland Athletics. Is there going to be a baseball season this year?
I hope so.
Nobody hates baseball more than baseball team owners.
But they
seems like.
they keep saying they want to bring the DH in. I don't want that.
I don't want that either. We're
We're-
National League fans.
We're ranting.
Ah. Tune in tomorrow to hear Tom and Dan rant about the DH in baseball for
Oh my
an
God.
hour and a
This
half.
should be a podcast.
Really, it shouldn't. Anyways, our Hail Mary question was, due to its overseas collection of territories that are still their sovereign land, which European country is the only to currently hold territory on 6 of the 7 continents? Did you say the United Kingdom? Spain? Germany? Russia even? No. It's France. Extra trivia question. What's the only continent that they do not have territory on? Tom knows this. Charlie knows it. For you, it's Asia. They have islands that are close enough to Antarctica that they're like, yeah, screw it, that counts. We don't have a tiebreaker. We have an outright winner, so I'm just going to show the tiebreaker question. The easternmost part of the EU is the French Overseas Department, Mayotte, which became an overseas department in what year? Closest without going over. Say your answers out to the ether so they become known. Thank you. The answer is 2011. And with that, I'm going to go back so we have that beautiful Fast Facts live screen. We are going to reveal the winner. Refresh. It's loading. Rank. Here we go. We have an outright winner, but starting at the bottom with 13 points, we have Robert Altman's Ghost, which honestly is a fine showing for a spirit. In 14th place, we have Shea Serrano's Fan Club, last week's winner, with 14 points. Also, shout out on Shea Serrano's Fan Club to my uncle, Big Paws, Tom Lepp, who celebrated his 27th birthday on Monday. Also, shout out to Nancy and Barb, who also celebrated birthdays this week. Their last name is Charty. In 13th place, we have Goats with 16 points. In 12th place, we have my illegitimate son, Dan O'Keefe II, with 16.5 points. The Right Wink came in 11th place with 17 points. My Poor Toast and Fre Shavocados, meant to be pronounced as Free Shavakadoos, tied in 9th place with 19.5 points. In 8th place, we have Alvin, Simon, and Theodore, all 3 back together, putting the band back together. They have 20 points. Tied for 5th place, we have Drawing a Blank, Joe and the Ferbers, and the Robert Downey Jr. Fan Club. I assume that their team name is a reference to last week's tiebreaker question, or Hail Mary. They all have 22 points. In 4th place, we have Roman J. Israel Esquire, the video game, the show, the movie, X versus Sever. They are in 4th place with 24 points. In 3rd place, we have Steak and Potatoes with 27 points. 2nd place, we have Not Charles Ingram. Again, we're not saying that Charles Ingram is not in 2nd place. We were saying that not Charles Ingram, the team, has 34.5 points. And they're in second place, which means that we have one team left. Charlie just gave me something. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to read it before or after I reveal the winner. After. Charlie signaled by blinking their 14 eyes. Anyways, in first place with 36 points, if you're this team, you know it already, it's Quiz Cats! Returning to win again, our previous champion, Quiz Cats. You are champions. We will send you a certificate of champiosity through the internet. Congrats on winning this week's edition of Fast Facts Live. Thank you to everybody for playing along this week. I'm going to read the note from Charty now. Shout out to Harry for filming the bit. His last name is And the Hendersons. I don't know what his real last name is. He filmed Alex Langosh's bit. Also, shout out to Amy Gibby. It is her birthday tomorrow. She is my aunt, in case you wanted to know that. Shout out to all the dads. Look at you being dads. Happy Father's Day on Sunday. Go do what you want to do. Grill, play golf.
Stay away from everybody else.
Stay away from everybody else. Get a recliner. I don't know. Do what you want to do. It's your day. Your only day. And that is it for this week's edition. Ooh,
yeah.
I just spat a lot.
We should also shout out Mallory Winkler,
Yes.
who took over social media today.
Yes, our social media was previously run by Tom, in addition to him doing a lot of other things for the show. Instead, we now have Mallory Winkler, social media expert, running all of our accounts. If you want to hire her, you can. She's looking for a job. We're not paying her. She's doing this pro bono, as the lawyers say.
Post a resume everywhere.
Yes, I'm going to wrap this up now. We're rambling. Thank you to everybody for playing Fast Facts Live. Tune in next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Hopefully we'll have the technical issues sorted out, and a whole new batch of technical issues will come up. Remember, stay safe, have fun, give what you can if you can, and we'll be back next week for another fun edition of Fast Facts Live. I didn't say thank you to Tom. Thank you to Tom. Thank you to Charty. Thank you to Charty's family for being here. It's all been fun. Bye-bye.